Before I get started on today's gaming news, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Carl J. Duntless Davis. I ran into him not too long ago. He's a good guy, really cool, down to earth guy. He basically do a lot of underground news, a lot of underground gaming news that a lot of people don't know and not aware of. And he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. Like I said, he's a really cool cat, and he basically made this banner for me, my new banner that I have on my channel. I like it. It's real cool, and I appreciate what you did, Carl. So basically, I'm giving him a shout out, and y'all give him a shot, man. He just not too long ago started doing YouTube videos. He just got into the scene, and he knows his stuff, y'all. So y'all just give him a shot, give him a try. Check his videos out. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below, and I guess on from that, let's go ahead and get into today's news. What's the deal, y'all? It's your boy RigGaming27, and once again, I want to thank you for joining my channel. I'm not gonna rant today. Y'all know what's been going on in the world of Nintendo, and it's just unfortunate that a lot of stuff has been going not our way. It's basically going Nintendo's way. They basically do what the hell Nintendo wants to do. They don't like to cater to the fans. Well, the only fans they cater to is children, but as far as giving us the kind of games that we actually want, they basically say, you take this game and just deal with it. Take what we give you and be happy. That's basically how they saying it, to be honest. And it's just so much stuff that's been going on. And look, like I said, I'm not gonna do no rap video because some folks on here, saying I'm bitching all the time, screaming and whatever. All I gotta say is y'all go eat a dick. I'm just being honest. I was doing a podcast the other day, and a couple of my subs told me that, a guy from, I guess, Mr. Red Fox and the guy from his podcast talking some shit about me, talking about how I'm screaming and bitching around all the time and don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and saying, basically how Nintendo used to be relevant back then because they had all the third-party games and stuff. He mentioned Contra, games like Castlevania, all those third-party games, well, actually, Nintendo had those kind of games back then. What made Nintendo so great back then, they had all the great first-party and third-party games, from the NES to the Super NES, from the Super Marios, the Zeldas, to the Street Fighters, the Mortal Kombat, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Castlevania, all kinds of games, man. They had so many good games. Even Paperboy used to be popular back then. They had a lot of great games back then. And, by Nintendo being relevant in those days, they was basically on top of the world. And all of a sudden, according to the fanboys, they are still relevant, as far as video games. I might have to differ on that. As much as I love Nintendo, well, I don't love Nintendo. I love a lot of their games. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I love Mario. But with Mario, I'm kind of getting fed up with Mario. They kind of milking the hell out of Mario. I'm a huge Mario fan, huge Zelda fan, Metroid fan. But it's just so much I can take, so much I can handle with Nintendo, and by them being relevant these days, that is not even close. Because ever since Sony had introduced us with PlayStation back in 1994, sorry Nintendo fanboys, PlayStation has been relevant since they stepped on the scene. They sold 100 million consoles, every generation except the PlayStation 3, and it's getting very close. And as much as support they are still getting, you never know. They could still get past 100 million if the developers are still making games for the PS3 within 2 to 3 more years. Then it's a good chance the PS3 could still reach 100 million. It's gonna be kind of hard, but like I say, every PlayStation generation reached over 100 million, and that's a lot. And with the PS4, it looks like it's gonna reach 100 million really, really quickly. And with the rate the PS4 is going, it might just set records. Depends on how long they plan on support this PlayStation 4. If it goes on for maybe 5 to let's say between 7 to 8 years. If the PS4 go on between let's say 6 to 8 years, then it will sell 100 million very easily. I mean, very easily. And that's gonna make basically the third PlayStation console just to reach over 100 million. Nintendo, they only reached 100 million one time, and we already know it was the Wii. And the Wii caters to everybody, from children to teenagers to adults to the elderly people. And basically, probably over half of the Wii owners was elderly people, because it kept them active. They was playing bowling and tennis. They had a lot of fun games for the casuals, and that's why the Wii was so popular. And after the Wii basically became yesterday's news, it was basically in everybody's closets for years before the Wii U came out. Yes, you heard me right. It was in the closet for years before the Wii U came out. Meaning the last few years of the Wii's generation, it was basically a ghost town. The only game that the Wii got that was basically good was Zelda and Skyward Sword and Pandora's Tower and Xenoblade Chronicles. Those were great games, but it came so far towards the end of the Wii's life cycle, the sales didn't really generate the I guess the quality of the game, because those games are really great, and it's very they're very addictive. But with the Wii U's generation, it sucks, man. With the Wii U, they had, Wii U got some great games. I'm not gonna lie, they got some really good games, but the issue with Nintendo is they keep us waiting too long. They already don't have no third-party support. They had third-party support like the first few months of the Wii U's life cycle, and the third-party developers, the companies, EA, Ubisoft, Activision, all of them, they was already seeing the future of the Wii U, and they did not want to be a part of it. So they was like, nope, that's it, we're out. EA, they bounced out fast. They made 3 games for them: Need for Speed, Madden, and Mass Effect 3. That was it. They got the hell out. And Ubisoft, they tried. They made the Wii U quite a few games, man. They tried, but the Wii U fans, they just didn't want to buy those games, and they just basically want to stick to a lot of Nintendo games. And for the sales of the Ubisoft games, it was so damn bad that Ubisoft, they was like, the only way they gonna make more games for the Wii U, Nintendo has to drop the price. They got to drop the price so it can be competitive to Xbox and PlayStation, and maybe they can make more games for the Wii U when their install base grows. When they grow. And Nintendo did not take any action about that to drop the price to make sure that it will be in more people's households, but they kept the price the same. So basically, they could still turn profits on the Wii U because of the, of course, the gamepad, It costs a lot to make those Game Pass, so that's why they want to keep the price the same, even though the cost of the Wii U, it's not worth $300. You know, especially with the games they got now. It's just too many damn draw spells. Too many. You know, I have a Wii U and I have an Xbox One. The Wii U is $50 cheaper than the Xbox One. The Wii U doesn't get Mortal Kombat X. The Wii U doesn't get NBA 2K. The Wii U doesn't get Madden. They don't get Street Fighter. They don't get Resident Evil Revelations 2. You know, they don't get The Witcher 3. They don't get Batman Arkham Knights. They don't get Destiny. They barely even got Watch Dogs. It's just, they don't get Battlefield Hardlines. You know, it's just so many games that the Wii U is missing out on, those big, huge games, and the cost of that system still costs $300, which is pathetic. And that's why the Wii U is in the state that they are now, you know, because of that damn price, and you know, also the lack of marketing. That's another reason why third parties look. Nintendo is not marketing their system, so why should they waste their precious time making games for Nintendo that's not even marketing their own system? They saw the route Nintendo was going with the Wii U, so they got the hell out because they knew that they wouldn't make any money on that system, and I don't blame them. And like I say, don't get me wrong, the Wii U have a lot of great games. Is it enough? Hell no. You know, like you got Hyrule Warriors, Bayonetta 2, Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8. You know, you got Xenoblade Chronicles X coming out later on this year, which I'm looking forward to. You got Devil's Third and Fatal Frame. I don't know exactly when they coming out, but hopefully they both will come out pretty soon. You know, they got some great games, man. You know, new Super Mario Brothers U, Super Mario 3D World, The Wonderful 101, which was an underrated game, Bayonetta 2. You know, they got some really, really good games, but it's not enough to keep us over, especially if they don't have third-party support. Third-party support is key, because whenever Nintendo don't have no games within a few months, you know, that's when third parties come in handy to give you those other games that the Wii U consumers can be busy until Nintendo give us this other Mario game or a Metroid game, you know, or a Zelda or Star Fox, or even F-Zero game, which a lot of us has been waiting on. A lot of us fans have been wanting an F-Zero game and a Star Fox game and a Metroid game for the longest. But we get a Metroid game that a lot of people don't want, and a lot of people is pretty pissed off about it. And basically Nintendo is basically saying deal with it. That's basically what they're coming from. They say deal with it. You're gonna like the game, so deal with it. But it's like this. If you don't want the game, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Y'all have to let it hurt. Y'all got to hurt Nintendo with y'all wallet. If you don't want the game, don't buy it. If you think Nintendo is bullshitting y'all, don't support them. And once that money starts drying up with Nintendo, then they're gonna start listening to us fans, us real Nintendo fans. I know a lot of y'all been, you know, saying that I've been bashing Nintendo, been ranting all about Nintendo lately. You know, I grew up with Nintendo. I don't want them to die off because they make the greatest IPs in the world. I grew up on these games. My parents grew up on these games. Like, I don't want Nintendo to cease. I don't. That's why constructive criticism plays keys. You know, just like with the Metroid, was it Metroid Prime Federation, that joke of a game? It was so bad that people they having petitions to sign. They want people to sign a petition so they could cancel the game. Which I don't know why they want to do that, because Nintendo is not going to cancel the game because of a damn petition. But it's that bad. It's that bad. That's how bad the Metroid fans wanted a traditional Metroid game. They want a traditional side scroller and a 3D Metroid game. You know, get a regular Metroid game from the Metroid Prime series, and we didn't get that. We get a Metroid Prime game, but it's a Federation Force. It's kind of like a soccer game. Like, I don't know what the hell Nintendo is doing with this game. I don't know if they trying to cater this type of game to the Europeans since soccer is so popular out there. Like, I don't know what the hell Nintendo is doing. Like seriously. And of course you got the NX rumor, and this guy, he basically was spot on about a lot of stuff with the Fallout 4 game, with the Uncharted collection. He was spot on a lot of stuff. You know, the rumors, that was rumors in the past, but he was actually correct on those rumors. And this is the same guy said Nintendo is not aiming for the PS4 type power whenever they launch. And just by me looking at that got me want to shake my head and be like, oh boy, here we go again. Nintendo is still doing the same thing. I'm just like, man, what the hell are they doing? Like, do they really need to lose billions of dollars in order for them to come to their senses? That's basically what it's going to. That's basically what's going to happen. Nintendo is going to have to lose billions of dollars for them to come to their senses. A lot of y'all Nintendo fans, real Nintendo fans, if y'all want Nintendo to change, don't support them. Just leave them alone. Let it hurt. Let it hurt so they can actually come to their damn senses and give us the type of good games, the games that we've been wanting, to give us the system that we've been wanting, the console that actually can compete with Sony and Microsoft, and stop trying to be different by stripping all the features out the system. Give us a traditional gaming console that has an achievement system, standard features, you know, voice chat, those online infrastructure up to PlayStation and Xbox. You know, just give us the exact same power. You know, just be competitive with their power. Just be competitive. Let us stream our games, because it's very popular streaming games on the Xbox One and the PS4, because I enjoy streaming. It's very fun, and I like to interact with my crowd. It's really, really awesome. Just like I say, in order for it to hurt with Nintendo, they have to lose billions of dollars, because right now they have so much money that they can do what the hell they want to do and still give us the big fat giant middle finger, just like Reggie did with us whenever we thought that Iwata apologized for that hideous E3 that we got, and basically Reggie came out and said that was not an apology. So after that, I was, are you serious? Are you serious? It was just ever since that E3 that we had, Nintendo has been on a freaking rampage, saying the dumbest shit. They basically driving a lot of us Nintendo fans away, and there's a reason why Nintendo Wii U is the worst selling console of all time, because a lot of people is tired of Nintendo's gimmicks. They are tired of their business practices, because it's getting old. They need to move on. They need to step out the 90s and come in 2015. Step out the 90s, come in 2015. And like I've been saying this for the longest, they need younger advisors. They don't necessarily have to be young people to take over Reggie and Iwata spot. You know, give them advisors, or if you got to replace them, replace them. Replace them with somebody that actually got some sense. Replace them with people that actually knows what the hell is going on inside the gaming industry in order to compete with their competitors, in order to get people to put down their PlayStation 4s and Xbox One and pick up the gamepad. Like right now, it's just a sad day of being a Nintendo fan. I'm just being real with y'all, man. I'm not trying to rant. I'm just being real with y'all. This shit that's going on is very sad, man. And like I said, with the rumor with the NX not going to be up to par with PS4. Basically, whenever the PS5 comes out, it's going to be over, because ain't nobody want to buy another underpowered system that technically supposed to be a 9th generation console. And also, they also said that they wanted, it's a rumor, like I said, it's a rumor. They also wanted to basically ship 20 million NX consoles the first year, and it's a rumor that's going to come out July of 2016. So basically, a few weeks after E3 next year. It's a rumor, and you know, just by you know, trying to piece the puzzle together. Whenever I'm skeptical. Like I said, I'm really skeptical, because Nintendo, they did say they're going to continuously and support the Wii U after the launch of the NX. So they basically tell you that the NX is going to come out a little normally than we thought. Like with Nintendo consoles, it usually be what a 5-year cycle. So why is Nintendo still going to support the Wii U even when the NX is going to be out? So that tells you that either next year, I think either next year around July, or maybe a holiday. A lot of people think the holiday season. the NX is gonna come out, man. I'm just being honest, and that's the reason why they delayed the Zelda for the Wii U, so they could have it on the NX, because it's gonna be an NX port. Just being real. But anyway, guys, y'all just let me know how y'all feel about Nintendo these past few weeks. It's just been sad. Y'all just let me know how y'all feel about the stupidity that Nintendo has been doing. They've been saying the wrong stuff. The stuff that they are doing is jeopardizing their future. It's jeopardizing their fan base, because a fan like me, they'll probably be like, you know what? The hell with Nintendo. I can't keep going through this. Like, I've been supporting Nintendo all my life. From the Game Boys, from Game Boy Colors, Game Boy Pockets, Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy SP, you know, the DS, DSi, 3DSs. I had all the Game Boys before it became the DS. I had them all. I didn't own GameCube, and I didn't own a Nintendo 64. I owned Super Nintendo, NES, Super Nintendo, Wii, and Wii U. I didn't have a Nintendo 64, and I did not have a Nintendo GameCube, but I still had the Game Boy Colors and Game Boy Advances in those generations. So basically, every generation, ever since I've been alive, I had a Nintendo, either handheld console or a home console. I always supported them, and I supported the hell out of them. Just this generation, with all their first-party IPs, I bought every single one of them day one, and you know, it's just a person like me, a real Nintendo fan, it's gonna be no more, because I can't keep dealing with this shit. If the NX is gonna be underpowered, you know, underpowered again, it's gonna be less powerful than the PS4. Then I'm gonna have to either I'm gonna skip that Nintendo generation, or I'm gonna buy a dirt cheap, because I can't deal with this. Because the reason why the Wii U is not getting third-party support, because it's underpowered. They don't want to optimize these games to put on the Wii U, and it's not going to sell. It's just bad business. Just being real. If Nintendo pulls that shit again, then you know I believe that third party is no longer going to be with them. Even though when they had their shareholders meeting, they said that third parties, they had like a good reception. It was a good meeting whenever they spoke to third parties about the NX. I'm just, like I said, I'm just skeptical about this hardware of this NX. If it's gonna be not on par with the PS4, then y'all expect third parties to abandon the NX, because I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Like honestly. But anyway, guys, like I said, let me know how y'all feel about Nintendo as a whole this last month. Just let me know, because I'm just so frustrated right now that I wanted to do a rant, but I'm just talking, you know, man to man, or man to woman, or whoever you are, just how I truly feel about me being a Nintendo fan, and how much I'm going through, you know, with them. You know, I'm paying my hard-earned money that I worked so hard for to support them, and when I feel that they giving me a big old giant middle finger, I just can't do it no more. So y'all just let me know how I feel about this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share my video. And once again, this is your boy Rig Game 27, and y'all have a good day.